Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today. We're now officially in the first week of the practical phase. And as I said last week, we went through the sections of the report. However, we went very general. And today we have some special guests who are going to tell you more about the specific companies and their challenges. So they're going to be able to give you some really valuable advice because they really work well with these challenges. So today is going to be nice. And also, since today's task is to select a client company, I don't know if you already are have decided on Mondic team or if you're still doubting, this can also really help you give some information and know, yeah, what company suits your team. And yes, everybody should have received your team definitions. I would recommend you also to check your spam email because team members might be reaching out. So there's a big chance some emails might end up in spam. And also check if you see any messages from your coaches and respond to that as soon as possible so that you can all get into touch with each other. And if you have any issues, you now have an assigned coach who can help you with that, or two coaches per team. So that's it for today on my general announcements. So let's go to the actual important part of today, which is the company key points, which is given by our administrative assistantship program director, Sonia, and her client expert. Sonia, can you just maybe introduce yourself first?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much, Luisa. And hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all here. I don't think that you really know me. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Sonia Jenei. I live in Hungary, and in the X-Culture coaching program, I'm responsible for the administrative assistantship program. Now, I don't want to tell you too much about the AA program because in 2 weeks, we will have another meeting when I will present the AA program in detail. But just in a sentence, in the AA program, we try to help the students who are participating in the X-Culture Challenge. And we are preparing so-called weekly milestone advice sheets. And these are some kind of guidance and advice for the students on how they can improve their report and what to focus on. And of course, soon we will be sharing these weekly milestone advice sheets with you. Today we are going to present the 6 client companies which are available this semester, and you have the opportunity to choose from. I will be the one who will present, and 2 of the client experts from the AA program are also here with me, Omar and Federica. They are amazing client experts. You will see them, and they will also introduce themselves shortly. Unfortunately, the third client expert, Stefan, couldn't join because of a family emergency. So I try to present their client companies as well. So during the past few weeks, you had the opportunity to learn the basics of the international business and how to conduct different kind of analysis. And now you are placed in teams, and it's time for you to select your client companies. And of course, after that, you can start working on your reports with your teammates and with the help of your coaches. The report always means we are working on an expansion strategy for the client companies. And don't worry, in the academy program, we never leave you alone, because you can work together with your teammates, and your coach will always be at your side to help you, and you can contact him or her anytime. And what is one more thing before we start introducing the client companies? Communication is very important, and I'm sure about that Luisa or Lion also mentioned it to you many times. But please communicate to each other. If you have any questions, you can ask your coach. You can contact your teammates. If your teammates or your coach message you, please always answer them as soon as you can. This is one of the most important things. And with communication, you can solve any issues which is arising. So now let's start with the client companies. First, I will share my screen. Okay. And just a moment. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Thank you so much, Luisa. Today, we are going to talk about 6 companies which are available this semester: Master Media, Moss Food, Loao, Skillify, YKK, and GCNA. Let's start with the first client, which will be Master Media. It is a Polish family company which exports Polish food products. And I suggest you to always visit the webpage of the client company, because besides the challenge instructions, you can find very important and interesting information on the web pages of the clients. And besides this, hopefully Luisa also mentioned that client webinars are also available for all of these companies. So we highly encourage you to listen to these webinars, because there are also some kind of information which are not mentioned in the challenge instructions, or maybe on the website, and you can learn a lot more regarding the client companies by listening the webinars as well. So regarding Master Media, this company delivers their products to their customers who are mainly retail stores, and their products, so they have a really wide range of products, around 9,000 products. For example, poultry, dairy products, vegetables, fruit, cosmetics, different kind of drinks, confectionery items, and cleaning products as well. And their sales representatives can be found in many countries, for example, in Germany, Ireland, the Netherlands, and the UK, besides Poland. And I have a personal experience regarding this company, and Luisa as well, because In the summer, we participated in the X-Culture Symposium in Poland, and we had the opportunity to visit Master Media's warehouse. It was very, very interesting. They have so much products in that warehouse. We can go around the building, and we could also taste some very delicious products of the company. And regarding this, I would like to mention that this summer we will have again a symposium, and we would like to encourage you to apply as a student because it can be a lifetime experience for you to participate in such an exciting and amazing event. So here you can see the mission and the vision of the company. The mission of Master Media, they open new possibilities because they are ambitious, brave, and they believe that the sky is the limit. And their vision is ultimately operate on every continent. Okay, and besides this, I will show you short in a short time the Master Media Challenge. So just a moment. Here you can see here you can see the challenge instructions of the client companies. If you click on here, it will redirect you to the challenge of the company. And below this, here is the frequently asked questions, which are that kind of questions which are usually asked by the teams. And these questions are answered by the client companies. So now I click on here, and you can also download the challenge. First, you can always see the name of the company and the logo. After that, here is the website and the social media sites of the company. And if we scroll down, first, you can always read the company introduction and some very important information about the companies. For example, the customer demographics, where they are operating now, and the most important competitors of the company, their financial positioning, brand positioning information. And after that comes the challenge. And as Luisa mentioned to me, they have already shown to you the challenge instructions. It is always included into 3 sections. The first section is always the market. And here you can find the instructions based on which you are required to work on the report. After that, here's the second section. In case of Master Media, this is the marketing section. And the third section is the operations management for this client. And now I will show you the presentation again. Because on the next slide, you can see the different sections in case of Master Media. In section 1, you are required to conduct the SWOT analysis, so the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of the company, the PESTEL analysis regarding the industry in which the client company operates. And of course, the customer analysis is also very important. And in section 1, you are always asked to select the best promising new market for the company. First, it is always advisable to look for different new markets which can be good or can be opportunities for the client company. And after comparing them based on different factors, you can decide which is the best one for your client company. In section 2, which is the marketing section for master media, you are asked to prepare a clear step-by-step strategy regarding the promotional channels, and in the message part, you can create some slogans and a marketing campaign for the client company. And of course, it is also advisable to prepare a mock-up brochure or web page template or social media post for the client. The section 3 is regarding operations management, where you can decide which is the best market entry mode for your client company. And in the logistics section, it's very important to determine the best way for the client how they can ship their product to their customers. For example, here you can also find the pricing strategy. So you can help the client company to find or figure out which can be the best promising pricing strategy for them. And now we can move on to the next client, which will be the Moss Food. And now Federica is here with us. First, I would like you, Federica, to introduce yourself shortly. And after that, please present the company. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sonia. I'm very happy to be here and to be able to present to students this company. My name is Federica. I'm 26 years old. I come from Italy, and this is my 4th time in this culture coaching program, the first time in the AA program. And this semester, I've been a client expert for the AA program. And my specific company was precisely Moss Food. So we worked with Moss Food on the early track, and it was very interesting to discover this company because, you know, you were used to think as fast food companies like McDonald's, Burger King, all these kind of things, but never thought about fast food companies made in Japan, for example. So it was very, very interesting to discover this company and also his values and his goals. Before presenting the company, I wanted to give you a short overview of how the company and their products are, because I want to let you grasp what are the main characteristics that you can find, both in terms of their stores and in terms of what they produce precisely. So, for example, if you look at this picture, what are the main characteristics that grasp your attention? First of all, what can you think about? Think about, for example, I don't know, if you think about McDonald's, you think about something. But if you look at this, what grasps your attention first? If you can also write on the chat if you don't want to jump in or you don't want to unmute yourself. But of course, you can do it whatever you want. It's just a brief brainstorming to see what you can grasp from it.
There were no wrong answers, so put in what you see. Just what catches your eye? right? What is the first thing you think of? No
Yeah.
wrong answers, just try. It's all about trying and learning together.
Yeah, thank you, Luis. It can be really anything, like what you see on the hamburger, what you see on, okay, the restaurant's logo in bright color. Okay, yeah, it can be a good characteristic that you can grasp, first of all. In terms of the hamburger, the products, what can you see? Do you think that they have, I don't know, they go for hamburgers with lots of meat, or they prefer to go with lots of vegetables, fresh food and products? Definitely fresh food. Yes. Yeah, precisely. Yes. At least compared to the burgers here in America, they are small with not very much meat. Yeah. I can see the plant front of the store. Yeah, precisely. Yeah, anything that you can grasp. It does not have to be something very specific. Something that you can look at while looking at the images. Everything that you said so far, it's good. And it's what I wanted you to look at. Okay, if you don't have any other addition, you can always write, I will look at them later on. But at first, what you have seen is precisely what most food works at. So most of the main values is precisely described as producing local and fresh food, not so much with lots of fat, lots of meat. Mostly is based on vegetables, on fresh seasoning. So, and as you can see also from their stores, you can see the structure. It is very clean. So there is nothing very confusing. There is no crowds, no anything that you can look at. The store looks a bit outdated. Yes, that is because probably Japan has a different view of how a store needs to be placed, and probably it's because of their design. They are like that. But the most important thing is that they are very clean. They don't have that much things inside, and they look at the freshness of the products also outside. So as someone suggested, you can see the plants. So they are all about these kind of things. Sonia, if you could go ahead with the presentation so I can have the... So that are precisely what most food looks at. This is a company that was founded in 1972 by, it was not actually a person working in a restaurant. So he worked at a company before. But since that was the time in which Japan experienced for the first time McDonald's, it was the time in which McDonald's was firstly placed in Japan. The first restaurant was built. They experienced the hamburger and the fast food chains and companies, and they wanted to produce something that was Japan-based, based on that. That's why they created this company. Now we can say that they have more than 1,300 outlets in Japan and 480 overseas. Mostly of them are in Asia. We have also other stores placed in Australia, for example. They grasp something also from the US, but mostly they have their source placed, their franchisees, they're all from Asia. The most significant characteristics, as I told you before, is the taste, which is achieved through genuine seasoning and fresh ingredients. You can see a lot of vegetables, nothing very fat, and they have very much this clear mission of make people happy through food. Precisely thanks to this very fresh idea of producing hamburgers. Unfortunately, they have increasing openings at a certain period of time until 2000, we can say, but then they have unprofitable stores and they have a decline until 2021 when they start again developing their stores, opening their stores and selling them also to franchisees. The basic policy, we can say that they have the main goal of their stores is to be friendly. So as I told you, bright and clean, as you have seen, with all the workers being cheerful, alert, and energetic. This is something probably that can be done mainly in Japan, because if you go probably to US and you go to a McDonald's, it would be very, very difficult to find this kind of stuff. But it all depends on the kind of environment in which you place this kind of stores. If we go ahead on the presentation, we can also see how the challenge instruction is structured. It is very similar to the one that Sonia showed you before. We have 3 main sections. In the case of Most Food, what they are interested more about is in developing a market strategy that helps them go abroad thanks to their stores. Since they are now considering the fact that probably Japan will going to shrink as a market and their store will not have that much, they will not become that much popular as they were until some years ago, they want to expand their company abroad, also in other continents, not mainly in Asia. So for this reason, they ask students to provide a market strategy that look at the market. So you have to develop a strategy that, as in the other case that Sonia showed you, to find the most profitable market based on, I don't know, comparative analysis of different countries, by looking at how the company is working in the environment and how their competitors are positioning themselves within those environments. And then based on that, you can go for by selecting a new market. In that case, you have to also analyze the market. So which are the competitors in there, the pricing they have on their foods, the opportunities, and to identify a market which they can focus on in the medium term. For section 2, you have, as in other cases, develop a marketing analysis and strategy by looking, in this case, not only at the promotional materials by developing a mock-up brochure, but also by looking at market segmentation, develop a strategy, a unique selling proposition, and a market tactics, or the 4 Ps. It is very specific, but the challenge instructions gives you very clear details on how to develop this kind of research. So if you go through the challenge instructions that you have seen on the page that Sonia showed you, you can find all the main information that you may find useful in that. And then go for the promotional channels, the message, everything that you already seen before. Then the operation management is where you actually develop the strategy that helps the company implement those and penetrate within the market that you have selected. So by looking at logistics, for example, the best way to ship the products, which are the best shipping options, and then you can go for pricing strategy, the trade regulations, if there are, because you have a very different country, Japan, and it has to expand. I don't know if you're thinking about the European continent, there can be trade regulations, trade barriers based because we are selling foods. So there can be specific types of trade regulations based on that. Sustainability and organization. So what is needed to facilitate governance of local company and encourage long-term growth? All these should be placed within the section 3, operation management. So yeah, this is mainly how MOSFood is working. I hope that I didn't exceed the time, but I do hope that you have a broader overview of what the company is doing and how they operate within the market.
Thank you so much, Federica. That was a wonderful overview. And I think the way you presented the company also very lively also for students. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, it was amazing, Federica. Thank you very much for your help. And now we can move on to the next client, which will be Loao. Loao is a legal tech company which is providing lawyers, legal departments, and law firms access to innovative tools and resources. It is an AI-based company, so they are using artificial intelligence. And thanks to it, they can provide a bridge between traditional contract drafting and demands of modern legal practices. What is the product of Loao? They designed an easy-to-install add-in which can be used within Microsoft Word, and it makes accessible to legal. It makes it accessible to legal professionals. So it is compatible with Windows and Mac devices as well. And also, Loao actively engages with potential customers across diverse industries. So they try to help different companies which are operating in healthcare, for example, and manufacturing or real estate companies. What is the vision of Loao? They aims to serve a broad target market encompassing all legal professionals and business teams involved in contract management. And on the next slide, we can check how their challenge is divided. So again, you can see 3 sections here. It is very similar to the Master Media's or MOSFood challenges. So the first section is for the market. Here, you need to focus on the industry and competition analysis and the new market analysis. During section 2, which is for the operations management, you are asked to work on the market entry mode and to figure out what are the legal and trade regulations related to the company in the new market or new country. And of course, you can work on the pricing strategy, the most promising pricing strategy. And the third section is for the marketing part. It is divided again to the promotional channels, message, and promotional materials part. Because of the shortness of time, I don't want to tell you more about the challenge now, because we talked about it for Master Media and MOSFood as well. But if you go to the website and click on the Loao's challenge instructions, you can read through all the challenge from the beginning to the end. And before you select your client company for which you will be creating your report, I really advise you to first read through all the challenge instructions, listen to the webinars, and after that, you both, together with all of your teammates, can select the client company which suits you the most. And now we can go to the other client, the next client company, which is Skillify. Skillify was established in 2021, so it's a really new company, and it focuses on cultural agility, and they would like to develop the ability to work comfortably and effectively with different cultures. The customers have the opportunity to use some reports or tests they can fill in, and after that they can download these reports after purchasing them. For example, they can have access to the cultural agility assessment and the cultural values assessment as well. And Skillify also offers cultural agility webinars and coaching based on the customer needs. The mission of the company is to equip everyone, everywhere, with the soft skills needed to succeed. And the top priority of the company is to expand MyGuide's market reach and generating subscription revenue for further site improvement and development. And now let's see the most important parts of Skillify's challenge. The section 1 is again for the market and the industry and competition analysis, where you can conduct the SWOT, pastel analysis, conduct the customers analysis as well. The section 2 is for the marketing section. You can conduct the marketing analysis and define the most promising channels for the client company, figure out some interesting slogans, and prepare nice promotional materials as well. And section 3 is for the operations management part, which includes the market entry mode, logistics, and sustainability of the company. And now let's move on to the next client company, which is YKK. And now I would like to ask you, Omar, first to introduce yourself, and after that to present the company to the students. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Sonia. Hello, everyone. My name is Omar. I'm a 22-year-old Egyptian. I've been with X-Culture as a student, and then I've worked with them as a lead coach and client expert for like almost 8 months. I want to introduce you to the company I've been focusing on as a client expert, which is YKK. It's a Japanese giant that produces all kinds of zippers, buckles, elastics, cord stoppers, snaps, everything, every equipment you can see around you in your everyday life. They are very in the challenge we are focusing. You'll be focusing on the YKK US business. So just make it your mission to focus on the business in the US, not in Japan or not in the other areas of the world, because they have so many factories and so many manufacturing plants around the globe, in Africa, in Asia, in Europe. So I want you to look around you in your room and see, like, I want you to tell me what's the nearest thing you can see that you think was produced by a company like YKK. You can write it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and tell me about it. Can you repeat? Oh, I want you like to look around you, maybe in your room, maybe in your office, and tell me if you see anything that you like a product that you think a company like YKK has produced. I want you to brainstorm and know what kind of business YKK works on.
Yeah, so for example, I just grabbed my bag and you can see it on camera, but if you look at the zipper, it actually says it's the zipper from YKK. And I'm in the Netherlands, so you can really see that's really a global company that just looking at my desk, I can find something that's produced by this company.
Thank you, Luisa. That's very interesting. I was traveling 3 weeks ago, and I was in the bus that transfers you from the terminal to the airplane, and the thing you hold in your hand so you can stand, it was also produced by YKK. That's something that was very interesting that I noticed. So yeah, YKK is a very, very large company. They can produce the elastics the manufacturers put on the big trucks to transport cargo. They operate in a lot of countries, but as I told you, the focus of the challenge is to increase the sales for its US business, because in the 1990s, if I may recall correctly, the US businesses decided to produce domestically, and this resulted in a decrease in YKK's business. And so that's why the challenge, the PDF challenge wants you to focus on how to reach the customers more, maybe just normal customers like us. If I want to buy, if you're a married man and you have a kid and you want to buy like the seat you put in the back of your car for your baby, you could be a mass retailer who produces clothes, and he wants zippers for your clothes. And you can be just if you want to buy clothes and maybe buy a button that got cut off while you were playing. So they want to serve a lot of different customers. Sonia, can you please go to the next slide? The challenge is pretty simple. You have as you may have already seen, the first section is always the industry. You need to research the industry and see if there are any competitors in the market. We're talking about the competitors in the US market, and how YKK can leverage on the weaknesses of these competitors, and how they can leverage on the strengths that YKK has. Then you will be in section 2, it will be the operations section, if I might recall. You need to define the entry mode. Now you think like, what's the entry mode? They are already in the US. The entry mode can be a market, like a place, but it can also be a different product, a different service, a different strategy. And to think more like critically about the entry mode, you need to develop a good pricing strategy, as a unique pricing strategy, and you need to also identify what's the best market entry mode for YKK's new business or new strategy that you come up with, whether it's partnership, whether it's direct sales, whether it's franchising. And for the third section of your report, you will need to work on your marketing. This section always requires a bit of creativity and um, brainstorming sessions. So you need to maybe talk more, do more meetings, brainstorming sessions with your teammates to think about how you could attract, make promotional materials that are very attractive. I've seen students who decided to use AI generation tools to produce very attractive pictures for producing like a promotional material where you could put, for example, maybe if you're working about if you're talking about a seat belt, you can put a seat belt, tell the chat, the AI system to put a seat belt in a specific picture where you could attract customers. So there are different ways where you can work on the promotional materials and the marketing. Just think about how you could convince customers to buy the product of YKK rather than buying from another competitor. So this is pretty much everything I've just explained. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope I made everything clear. I'm sorry I may have been a bit fast, but I'm worried about the time of the meeting. So sorry about that.
Thank you so much. It was a really good also illustration of the company, and I think again very clear. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Omer. It was very, very good. So, and let's see. Our last company is GCNA, which is stands for Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association. It was established in 1947. And now the GCNA has an active membership of approximately 3,500 farmers. Their main product are different kind of nutmeg products, and they sell them into several countries and exports them in bulk. Their importers and resellers are traders and even some processors. And the company's marketing is done via different marketing agents in Europe and in North America. And the agents receive commission on sale. The core values of GCNA are, for example, sustainability, the quality, accountability, social responsibility, ethical and moral principles. And in 2019, they diversified their product range, and now they are selling several kind of nutmeg products. For example, different sauces, spices, or different kind of drinks as well. And let's see the challenge. Again, it is divided into 3 sections. The section 1 is for the industry and competition analysis. Section 2 is for operations management, which includes the market entry mode, logistics, legal and trade regulations, and pricing strategy part. And the section 3 stands for the marketing section, which contains the promotional channels, message, and promotional materials part. Again, I don't want to tell you more about these parts of the challenge because all of us mentioned it more times. And if you open the challenge instructions of any companies or that company you will choose, you can read through thoroughly the challenge of the company, because they are similar to each other, but but they are not the same. So you always need to work based on the challenge instructions of the client company you selected. And that was all regarding the client companies. First, I would like to thank you for all of you for your kind attention. And if you have any questions regarding the process or the clients, now it's time for you to ask, and we try to answer your questions.
Yes, thank you all so much, Sonia, Omar, and Federica. It's a very good overview. And as you see, there are some challenges, some changes between the different challenges. So it's really important that you really read through them thoroughly and follow also the structure that's in the specific challenge. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. And maybe you, if you already chose a company with your team, put in what you chose. And also, we also have a few minutes if you have any questions about the practical phase as well. I can answer them for you as well. So please put in the chat. Or if everything is clear, you can also say that, just so we know. Maybe give a thumbs up if everything is okay and you don't have any questions. Okay, I see some thumbs up. So I think Federica and Omar and Sonia have been really clear today, which is really nice. Any last questions before we end today? If not, then I want to thank Omar, Federica, and Sonia so much for helping us today with this presentation. And for the students, have a great week. Good luck with the practical phase. Go about selecting your client company. And if there are any problems, please contact your coaches. Thank you so much.